Alright. What is going on, everybody on YouTube? Griffin here, coming back with another live stream for you guys. Hopefully everything will start working out here in just a second. It looks like we are finally live. So first and foremost, for those of you that tuned into the live stream earlier today, obviously we go live every single morning now for just overall stock market streaming, of course. Thanks a lot for the support there. We gained another 6-7 subscribers, I think, today. So awesome. Can't thank you guys enough for the support. But we were talking earlier near the end of the stream, middle to end of the stream, about my stream quality. Apparently it was only allowing, on YouTube, it was only allowing it to be streamed as 480p, which is obviously horrible. That's not even HD. So I looked up some videos, tutorials and whatnot, and I found out ways that apparently it should now be 1080p at the minimum, HD. So hopefully at the bare minimum for you guys it's loading at 720. For those of you that will be tuning in, please let me know what it's showing up as on your screen. I greatly appreciate that for sure. I don't know if we have anyone tuned in yet. It looks like we currently have one watching. So yeah, I mean, please for sure let me know what it's looking like on your end. Hopefully it is streaming at 720p at the minimum, but it should be doing 1080p at 60 frames per second now. So anyways, I don't want to dive into that too much. I'm sure people look at this after it uploads, they're going to be like, dude, I don't care, and eventually click off the video. But anyways, we'll go ahead and get right to it. So obviously the stock market, it didn't really do too much. It started to dip near the end of the day. The Dow ended up down 200 and what was it actually, to be exact? I don't want to have a rough estimate, 221, 218, it was down 218, NASDAQ was down 25, and S&P 500 was down a little bit as well. We're looking at the SPY here, which is pretty much hand in hand with S&P, down about 0.5%. So, I'm the only one. How's it going there? Orange Man 875, how's it going? Hopefully the stream's doing well for you, but, please let me know. I mean, for sure, let me know how it's going. But anyways, point being, the stock market was down overall today. Nothing big. I think we're more just kind of on edge with the whole Russia and Syria, Yemen, a whole bunch of stuff going on right now. Yemen not quite as much. That's more for oil specifically, which is why oil continued to rise today. Up overall 4 or 5% the last 2 days. So big mover for sure. So with Ford/CL, I mean, we can go ahead and talk about that because that's one of those are a few ETFs I'm going to be watching tomorrow. Is DRIP and Gush. DRIP hit a low today, if I remember right, around 10.15. So if we look at it, maybe even lower, yeah, 10.15. And it really consolidated really well just around 10.30 today. And when we look at Gush and Ford/CL, they are really overextended on their 180-day SMA, so there's room for a decent pullback. Doesn't mean that we're necessarily going to see that. No, I mean, by all means, we could continue on up. You can see that it was roughly always, whenever Gush had this huge rise up, it was 20% above the SMA. Currently, it's not quite that extended above the SMA, so I mean, yes, it could continue to just run on up. Right now, it's roughly around 18, so I mean, I thought it was actually a lot closer to it than that. So there is potential for a reversal between DRIP and Gush. However, I don't see it necessarily happening overnight because, like I said, with everything going on in Syria, you can look for Ford/CL to continue up. And what does that mean? That means that Gush is going to continue up and DRIP would continue up, because when you look just overall at the 10-day, you can see what Ford/CL started to take this just not even 10-day. Let's just look at 5-day. On the 5-day overall, you see Ford/CL has this consistent upward pattern, and then what does Gush have? Also on 5-day, a consistent upward pattern. So, and to put that in perspective, you look at DRIP on the flip side. What does it do? The exact opposite. It's continuing to trend down as of late. I'm new to trading on Robinhood, and I started with $50 yesterday and made $2, and I think I want my trading style to be swinging. That makes sense. Also, good stock I found was LNLK. Awesome. Welcome. I don't know, is this your first time on one of my streams or to me at all? If so, welcome. Love to have you here for sure. But yeah, I mean, I started with a very small account as well, and I mean, my account is still very small, considerably small. Right now it's around $750 for 747. I had a horrible trade with TVIX and Drip when I got back from my vacation. Or else I'd be doing a hell of a lot better. But yeah, I mean, I started with $266, something like that. And I'm putting about $400 a month into that account, $500 if I can, but $400 for sure each month into that account. So obviously you want to see continuous growth. Okay, so it gapped down. It had a really big sell-off a few days ago. Let me look at the 180. I always like to look at the 180 day first. So the good news is that it has kind of a horizontal pattern, which I always like. I mean, horizontal, I mean just because it's more flat line than anything. But at one point apparently it was at $19. Does horrible on its earnings report though, so be careful with that. The next earnings isn't until May, so I mean you got a little bit of room for it to potentially gap up. What do I mean by gap up? Wow, this has a lot of movement going on right now. Where did it sell off? When did it sell off? It sold off on the 5th, so that was how many days ago? Was that Thursday, I think? So I had this huge sell-off, went from 742. How big of a dive did it take? It fell eventually over a period of time. Over a period of 4 days, it dropped 12% a day. That's insane. But anyways, it dropped overall like 40-something% then. But anyways, point being, it has potential to gap up, yes. If that's what you're thinking, yes, it does have that potential to gap up. Now, does that mean that it's going to? Absolutely not. It doesn't mean that it's out of nowhere going to catch a whole bunch of volume and gap back up to, say, $6, $7, or even $8. But when we look overall at the 1 day, I kind of like what I see there because it's trending. The SMA for the 1 day is kind of acting as a support. However, be careful because it just recently started trending below. When it started to trend below the SMA, you can see it got back above it and got rejected, and it's continuing to trend down. There is some volume coming in. It looks like there was some volume coming in near the end of the day. So be careful with it, but there is a good potential, like I said. Like, look at this morning, for example. It was trending below the SMA. So what you want to do is wait for it to break above that SMA and show a consistent sign that, yes, it's going to continue on up, at least some form of confirmation. I always like to wait for it when it comes to day trading, for it to break above the 1 day SMA. That's just something of mine. Other people like waiting for the 180 day EMA. I like waiting at least until the SMA, especially when it comes to penny stocks because they can move so quick. You can see, like, if you were to wait for it to break above the EMA, you could be waiting all day. And with penny stocks, you really don't want to be doing that. So let's say you waited till about right here. And what do I mean by confirmation that above the SMA? I don't want you to think that, okay, it's above the SMA, boom, let's get in. What I usually like to see is for it to get above the SMA and then have a pullback. You see how we had a pullback right here and then it bounced? Like, it didn't like continue to pull back and go back below the SMA. It had a little minor pullback and then it kept going, almost like a staircase pattern up. That is what I would like to see. So yes, I would have potentially waited out and waited for that, and then once I saw the confirmation of the bounce, I would have vested in right around 413. Wrote it up. You probably never want to wait for a high. I don't ever really look for highs. Here, right around 3.5%, I definitely would have potentially, me knowing my trading style, I like to get out quick as soon as I see any form of a dip. I'm bad about just selling off and covering profits. So me personally, I would have probably only got 2.5%, but a lot of people would have probably got about 3 to 4% out of this. I mean, there was a good potential day trade on this stock early on this morning. So yes, this one definitely does have potential for a day trade. Just be careful. Like I said, watch the SMA on your 1 day indicator. Let me look at the 5 day really quick as well. The 5 day is kind of hard to read on this. So on the 5 day, you might want to look for it to bounce, see how that correlates to the 1 day. But since you're wanting to swing trade it, I probably would not swing trade this one just because it is now considered for sure a penny stock. I mean, it hit as low as 376. This is one I probably would not consider day trading, especially with how bad it's generally done on earnings. Going back to the 180 day, you've seen, I mean, it's had horrible earnings reports, which is why it's gone from $19 to under $4 in less than 180 days. So just be careful with it. How's it going there, Josh? Nice to see you again. Dedicated, aren't you? What is the key to succeeding, and how do I make bigger cash outs? I bought 8 shares at about 408. I sold. That's not bad. I mean, you don't think about the cash amount. I always tell people, even myself, I had to learn this myself when I first started, because I've not been doing this long myself. I'm not going to pretend to be like an expert or anything at all. So I'm assuming you're talking about this one is where you got in and sold. So yeah, you waited for some form of confirmation at least. So good for you. You're already having like pretty decent patterns. Or decent patterns. You're weighted for your confirmation somewhat at least, so that's good. So 408 to 427 on this one, or not just this one, but if you waited from 408 to, yeah, that's 4.5%, dude. That's awesome. That is good profit. Almost 5%. I mean, that is really good, dude. If you can literally average that every single day, not saying that you will, you can for sure. I mean, you're going to have days where, yes, you're going to have a day where you can do 20, 30%. You caught a stock just as it was pumping up. But then you're going to have those days like I had where I was down 14% on TVIX. Actually, a week where I was down 14% on TVIX. But you want to average out to at least 3% a day, like minimum 2 to 3% a day, because think about it, when you get your account up to $1,000, I have a video on this actually about like how to, I forget what I titled the video now. If you look in my stock market lessons playlist, it has like 15 or 20 videos now. It's specifically like lesson oriented, like I try to get straight to the point. There's one in there about like percentages and profits and whatnot. It should be pretty easy if you look through it, but like once you get to your account to like even $500, but I'm just saying 1,000 because it's easier number to work with in this case. Once you get your account to $1,000, 4%, that's $40 made. If you can do that because of PDT rule, let's say you were doing it day trading, obviously you're wanting to swing trade, but think of it from a day trading standpoint first. Because I wanted to do swing trading and it ended up not being for me and my style, so now I day trade. I started out wanting to swing trade, but now I'm doing day trading. But anyways, I'm not saying you should switch, but just always be considering any type of trading. Like me, now I'm considering options in the near future. Just always look to learn as a new trader. But so for this case, let's say you had a day trade. Let's say you only have time to do a day trade twice a week, especially with PDT rule. That might be the case some weeks. So let's say you only do 2 trades and you average that 4% return on $1,000. So that first day, you made $40. Let me get my calculator pulled up here so we're not even, like, because with compounding interest, that's another beautiful thing that's going to work in your favor. Apparently I had my caps lock on. Wow, my computer's acting really slow. What the hell? Can we, like, work, please? There we go. So, I don't know why hopefully the stream's doing alright. If there's any problems, you got it to 1080p also, and kind of sound like you're in a tunnel now. Uh-oh, that's not good. I don't know why that would be the case either. I mean, my thing is over on a corner, but my windows are wide open and everything, so maybe my throat's just getting dry. Hopefully that'll get better. But I also have my fan on, so hopefully that's not making it worse. I'm still going to play with it. I know I have a lot to, like I said, I'm continuously going to try to make this better for you guys for sure. But that $1,000, dude, this is just acting super slow. I'm just going to do it on my phone and just tell you the math. So that $1,000 investment you start out with, you get your 4%, like I said, that's $40. Add that to your $1,000, you're now at $1,040, correct. So now you take your $1,040, say another couple days you want to hop in and do another day trade. Come on, exit. So let's say you average another 4%. So that is $41.60. This is where I'm starting to talk about the power of compounding interest. What the hell? God damn. But so now you add that to your $1,040, and you're at $1,081. So you made $81.60 that first week. But obviously, like you said, you're starting with like $50. So just be what's the word I'm looking for? just think about percentages. Don't think about dollar amounts, especially when you're starting with a really small account. And be looking to add money to it, obviously. The more money that you can add, the better, the more dollar amount you're going to see, which is obviously going to make you feel better about doing this. Go pick up some side work, go mow some yards, go rake some leaves. I don't know if you live in the north or south or what, but just look for any way to make some extra money. I mean, if you can add $100 even to your account, you're going to see a huge difference, because that 150 is going to make, that 4% on 150 is going to make you triple the amount that you would on just your 50. So always be thinking in forms of percentages, not dollar amount, for sure. And also I thought stock was good because 5 years straight it never dropped under 7. So I feel like it's a bigger company. I feel like it takes a new. Yeah, like I said, I don't really pay attention to like overall company and whatnot. I let the charts and the earnings and whatnot do the talking. The fact that it went from 19, if we're still talking about NLNK, it's the fact that it's gone from $19 to under 4. Obviously it's above 4 now, but the fact that it's dropped that much, just as a no for me. Nothing more than a day trade for me personally. But I mean, there is potential. We just saw. I mean, you had like 4% on it, so I mean that's not bad for sure. Always learning. That's awesome there, Josh. Let's see what you said. Stream is way clearer now, though. Easy to read. Okay, awesome. Hopefully it is better. My computer, the only thing I'm worried about is my computer. I don't know if you guys noticed with the whole calculator situation. My computer's kind of reacting a little slow to everything I do. So hopefully I might have to still do a little bit of tweaking. But overall, it's not too bad. At least on TD Ameritrade, it's not reacting too bad. So that's all I'm really worried about. But awesome. I put 3 trades, TRPX for $4.94 each trade. Was it a good idea? I see it usually burst up when it hits 9:30 a.m. when the stock market opens. So what was that one? TRPX is another penny stock. Let me look at the 100. So what you always want to do is when you're starting out, this is something very important to learn, is to do technical analysis on every trade you do. Always do. Okay, so another one that isn't too bad because it's overall trading, it's trending horizontally, at least it's not descending. At least had a low of 426, it's up to 769. Obviously huge pump and dump right there, but has had a few pump and dumps apparently. Therapeutic. Okay. I was just trying to see what the company was really quick, but overall this doesn't look horrible either. This looks like more of a day trade probably as well. Doesn't have a lot of volume. Actually, the volume's quite bad on this in all honesty. 100. Apparently had a quick pump of 14,000. I don't really like this one too much, man. This is the right one, right? How's it going, Jake? Haven't seen you in a little bit. How's it going? TRPX. Yeah, I'm on the right one. Let me look at 5 days, see if I see something different. But right now, I'm not really liking this one, man. Last 5 days, it's trending down. Yeah. Before I would even consider investing in this one, it's got to at least jump above 560. It's at $5 right now, so could it do it? Yes. And obviously, if it did, you would potentially miss out on roughly 10% profit. But that's where you got to do your risk versus reward technical analysis. Yeah, this one personally, I don't really like that much. I'm not gonna pretend I do. It's down 5% on day. No, that's a no-go for me. But Jake said, I finally got money to put into stocks. I gambled a bit over the past few days and made $500. I normally don't gamble, but I was having a lucky week, so I figured why not. Anyways, how is your portfolio doing? Man, I took a horrible hit on TVIX and DRIP. I've like gone off on myself about that like the past couple of live streams. I finally just decided to cut losses. I don't know if you remember. I think you actually came across my channel while I was on vacation in Texas last weekend, whatever. Well, now like almost over a week now, but yeah. So I did good that Monday. Obviously, I made like 3 or 4%, something like that on the day. I came home Tuesday, that last Tuesday night, did some technical analysis late night whenever I was dead ass tired from driving all day. Had a 9-hour drive. We only stopped one time in 600 miles. I was just dead tired, but I was like, man, I got to trade tomorrow. I need to go do some technical analysis. Everyone knows technical analysis when it comes to TVIX is almost, you got to take it with a grain of salt. And given it was like midnight and I was dead tired, had to be up for work early the next morning. I should have just sat on cash, but I was forcing trades. I was chasing trades with drip and TVIX. Lost my ass. Lost like 14% on each one. So that is my stupid tax, as I refer to them. Like I said, it's always better to learn with a small account. That's why I tell people, if you don't want to do paper trading when you're first starting, start with a very small account. That way you're not going to lose a whole lot of money. I ended up losing, I think, I'm just going to roughly guess right around $100. So, I mean, yes, that hurts for sure. 14%, that is a huge loss. The worst trades, I've said it multiple times. I don't think you caught my stream today, but that is like by far the worst trades I've had since I started trading. It was due. I was gambling myself, so definitely be careful when quote-unquote gambling. I know you might have been joking a little, but like definitely be careful when doing that, because yes, while it's like a casino, you get the getting while it's good, but eventually you will be bit. So just be careful for sure when doing that. I learned my lesson. Tomorrow my funds are going to be available, so I'm ready. I'm pumped. I started my first overnight shift tonight. I'm a little excited, a little skeptical, a little optimistic all at the same time about it, because I'm hoping that I'm going to be upfront. I can get some sleep in my job overnight. If I wanted to, I could get as much as 3 or 4, maybe even 5 hours of sleep. The problem is can I get comfortable and can I actually fall asleep for a little bit? And it's not consistent 4 or 5 hours of sleep either. It's like 30 minutes to an hour here, 30 minutes to an hour there, 30 minutes to... I mean, I need to at least get about 2 to 3 hours of sleep there. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to try at least start going to bed around 9:30. That way I can go in on a good 2 hours of sleep. That way I'll come in here first thing in the morning with a solid 4 to 6 hours of sleep. And hop on here for a little bit, do some trading. I'm going to start going live every single morning, at least until probably the lunch hour. And we'll see how I'm feeling at that time. And if, depends on my trades and whatnot, of course. Worst comes worst, I'm going to become a caffeine addict. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, I'm just kind of, I'm excited to finally get back at it. I had to bag hold TVIX and drip, and I rode them all the way down. And I learned the true definition of stop loss and technical analysis for sure. But I mean, that's awesome, dude. Got your $500. That's awesome. That is awesome, awesome, awesome for sure. How do I get trend line on Robinhood, or does it support that? And also, do you day trade on Robinhood? I feel like it doesn't have. So Robinhood, when it comes to technical analysis, I don't do anything with Robinhood. All I do is execute trades. So this is what I use. I use the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform on my laptop as well as my phone. They have an app, which is awesome. And the app is actually pretty good. Like, for an app, I mean, it is really, really good. Like, it's literally almost just like the computer. So far, I don't think you can get level 2, which isn't a huge ordeal whenever you're just on the go, trying to just check the overall charts and candlesticks and whatnot. Candle charts and all that, and see your trend lines and all of that. And the good thing about it is to say, like, I wanted to draw a trend as like a support and a resistance and all that, like whatever trend line I want to draw, it'll convert right over to the phone, so you can like zoom out and see how it's going from based on what you did on your technical analysis. So I love the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform. It's totally free to get set up. I have a video about how to get real-time quotes, real-time data with it as well. I don't have a video about how to sign up from start to finish. I'm thinking about doing that because a lot of people apparently kind of have some issues when signing up. Not issues necessarily, but are just kind of on edge about how to get started doing it. One thing about it, yes, you want to tell them your social security number. I mean, it is a broker after all, just like Robinhood. And when you get, a lot of people freak out when they get to the banking info. They think they have to like link their bank account and fund the account. You do not have to fund the account. When you get to the banking info, you can scroll down and click save and continue later, something like that. And then from there, it'll take you like to the home screen. And from there, you can go ahead and download Thinkorswim directly to your computer as well as your smartphone. You'll have your login set up and everything. You can log in on your phone, and then you can take it on the run. yeah, the charts are totally free. It's free to sign up for sure. But yeah, Jake, that's awesome stuff, dude. How much money again did you want to put in? I forgot how much did you said you made $500. Okay. I thought I read that right. Gamble a little bit past you. That's awesome that you made $500. How much did you start with? But, yeah, the ones that I'm really looking out for, Drip and Gush, I want to see what's going to happen /CL. I'm thinking that /CL is going to continue up. What would that mean that I'm going to do? What I'm going to wait for some form of a pullback with Gush. I do think Gush is going to experience a pullback. How far of one, I don't quite know. I want to look at the SMA on the 1 day. So we're trending right around the 1 day SMA. What I want to see is for it to possibly pull back a little bit further below it, kind of like it did here. And I want to see it get back above it. At that point, boom, I'll get in and I'll ride up for potentially, hopefully, at least 3 to 5% profit. But if something crazy happens and /CL starts to drop, then by all means, I would hop over to Drip. What I want to see with Drip is for it to probably, again, have a pullback around that 1 day SMA. Maybe not the 1 day. I want to look at the 5 day. Yeah, I wanted to get above the 5 day SMA. I want to see a pullback, bounce off of that. I'd probably get in right around, still, like I said, even this morning, I want to wait till around $11. Get in around $11, maybe ride it up for another 4 to 5%. Drip would be a huge mover if that happens. Drip would probably be like a 10% gainer on the day if that happens. 7. Yeah, Drip is probably going to be about 10% mover on the day if that happens. So there's huge potential there. I don't think that's going to happen. In all honesty, I look for /CL to continue up, which would mean on the flip side that Gush would continue up, which shows potential for at least 5 to 10% profit. So there is potential there. Hodge Twins. Anyone know anything about the Hodge Twins? Those are some funny guys right there. Another one I'm going to look out for, again, TVIX. Yes, I got burned on TVIX. However, there is amazing day trading opportunity here. See how crazy this thing is? Up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm not going to hold it after hours ever again for sure. But what I want to see it have another pullback in the morning. We've seen that it shows potential the last couple days for decent sell-offs and pullbacks. What I'm going to look for is yet another one. I want to get it in right around 1080. I want to look for it to bounce around, maybe even lower, 1075. I want to see it bounce. Wherever it goes, I want to see it bounce. Let's say it does the inverse. Let's say it goes opposite and actually runs up. What I want to see is still either way. I want to see some sort of a pullback, and then I'll catch it and get a good at least 3% off of it at the minimum. Maybe more. Like I said, it all depends on volatility. There might be a lot of movement going on tomorrow, especially we're still waiting to hear news on Syria, what Trump's deciding to do. I don't know if you guys have heard anything about that, but yeah, just wanted to break down a few quick ones. Like I said, that was the whole point of this video, was to break down a few stocks and ETFs, ETNs, whatnot for you guys. Started gambling with $500, so I doubled it. Wow, that's awesome. I don't know what I was thinking because that was all my spare money. Wow. What worked for the best. Yeah. So you're at $1,000, dude. That's awesome. But now that you have your $1,000, dude, I mean, you're in a good position. We were just talking about that. I don't know if you were in here when we were talking about the whole $1,000 thing. I think you were. But I mean, if you can play conservative, mess around with inverse ETFs, ETNs, VIX, all that good stuff. If you be careful with TVIX and whatnot, but if you can play it safe and get 3-5% a day, every other day, obviously with the what's the rule? PDT. Almost forgot the name of it. PDT rule. You make 5%. Let's say you were to hop into Gush. I'm not saying to hop into Gush. Obviously, like I'm looking out for tomorrow for a potential 5%er. But say you hop into Gush, get 5% or something. That's $50. Next day, that's like what, 52 or 55. So I mean, you see how the power of compounding interest can really start to work in your favor, and your account can really start to just like start working for itself, so to speak. As long as you do your due diligence, invest in stuff that you see good potential in, not gambling. I definitely don't support gambling by any means, but it worked out for you here. So I mean, awesome stuff for sure. But now that you're in a better position, I mean, you're above me now. I mean, I'm still around $750. You're at $1,000, dude. I mean, that's awesome. So if you could start, I mean, you're gonna have some red days. Everybody has red days. Everybody has red trades. I had a horrible red trade, 2 in a row, on the same day. So I mean, you're gonna have some red days. But I'm saying if you can average 3 to 5%, and then still continue to invest a little here and there in your account on top of that, you can start to see where like this can become like a full-time, if you wanted it to, this can become like your full-time job, maybe even within a year or two, just depending on how much you need to live off of, how big you really want to get this thing. Because obviously once you start pulling out of your account, one, you need to hold at least 30% of your gains for taxes no matter what, anyways, at least 30%. Just go talk to a tax professional at the end of the year and you'll get that all straightened out. Be saving anything and everything for tax write-offs, of course, but that's a whole other subject. But I mean, you can just really see where this thing can really start going, and then before you know it, you're at 10 grand. Then after that, 20, 25, boom, PDT's gone. You keep pushing fit. I mean, you're looking months, years down the road, but I mean, it'll come like that, and you'll become a better trader. You'll start seeing and realizing things you didn't see before. And I mean, that 3 to 5% a day could turn into 5 to 7% a day. And I mean, there's just no limit at the end of the day to how much money you can really make. We had, God, I always forget his name, Tyler. I believe Tyler. Tyler was in here, and he's trading options. He has a $10,000. He had a $10,000 account. He put calls on Facebook, made 31% in one morning, like in an hour, in about an hour or so. The dude took 10 grand and turned it into 13,000. What was it? Oh, it was like 3,100 if I remember right. So he turned 10 grand into $13,119 if I remember right, in like a couple hours. I mean, that's the kind of stuff we're talking about here. So I mean, I'm so looking forward to just the future, especially with you guys. I mean, you're some of my first subscribers. I mean, I will continuously show all of the people that ride with me like from the beginning. I mean, it's gonna be awesome to just see how much we all can grow here. How long have you been trading, and where did you learn what you know? I've actually been trading now. Let's see, it's been about what are we in, April now? Oh, thanks a lot. I earned your subscription. Awesome there, Orange Man. Thank you. Welcome to the team. I mean, can't give you guys enough love, and you guys give me so much support. Like, literally, if it wasn't for you guys, I would have literally pretty much no reason to do this. I'd just be talking to a wall, talking to a camera for like no reason. So I mean, I appreciate you guys like so much. I can't like say that enough. But anyways, I've been doing this now about 2 months, just over 2 months, like nothing big. Like I said, I'm no expert by any means, but I literally work, when it comes to my work ethic, I mean, a lot of people talk about big talk, like what do they call it, big talk, no action, there's a better term for it, I forget off the top of my head. A lot of people talk about their work ethic and then they don't really have a good work ethic, but I mean, I've literally put in 2 months, I can't even count the hours. I mean, when I'm not working at my job, I'm working here, I'm on YouTube. I mean, literally, you can ask Josh, the JW, I always forget like his actual YouTube handle. I mean, I was having issues. Apparently my stream was only doing like 480p, and within an hour I had it at 1080. I need to fix a little bit more with how slow my computer's kind of running now because of that, but at least I'm assuming it's because of that. But I mean, like, literally, I am just all about doing things, learning. Like, I try to just soak everything like a sponge, especially when you have a passion. If you don't have a passion, I don't think that you're ever going to succeed in whatever it is. I mean, if you don't have a passion for something, then don't do it. Never do something just because of the money. Never do something just because other people tell you to do it. If you don't have a passion for it, then don't do it. Most people end up having a passion for this stuff, though, because who doesn't like making money? I mean, yes, you're going to get burned some. Yes, it can be stressful, but I mean, the potential's so high. What I get excited about the most is you can literally make your money work for you. Yes, you have to do your own due diligence. You have to find good stocks, find good ETFs. But like, I'm to the point where I'm starting to trade about the same ETFs, ETNs, occasional penny stock trades. I'm pretty much trading the same ones every single day. And to answer your question entirely, I actually came across Ricky Gutierrez's channel, and he was like, I mean, I looked up stock trading. I tried it for a split second before, had no success. Hopped in GoPro. That was a horrible thing to do, and this was way back when GoPro was worth like $10 a share, so that tells you how long ago it was. But came across Ricky Gutierrez's channel, not even looking anything about stock markets. He just happened to pop up whenever I pulled up YouTube, and it was something about how he made $200,000 or something like that at 21 years old or something like that. And I was like, at first I was kind of laughing. I was like, all right, let's see what this guy's all about. And I mean, the dude seemed pretty genuine. Like, he was the first trader I'd ever like met on YouTube that seemed pretty genuine. So I went through and looked at his playlist on I took out my notepad that I still use today for notes and whatnot. I took out my notepad there at work, and I just went to work. I started watching hours on hours on hours of not just his videos, but all different kind of YouTubers. I like learning from everybody, and that's why, I mean, I've had this channel for a long period, about 2 years now, coming up on 2 years. I started with Amazon and eBay. I actually got scammed on Amazon eBay course, and that's really why I started this channel. I was like, you know what? There's tons of fraudulent YouTubers out there. There's tons of fraudulent people out there on the internet in general. I was like, why don't I start a YouTube channel that just documents every single thing I do that makes me money on the internet, makes me money in general, and just document everything from failures. I mentioned TVIX and Drip, huge failures, from failures to success, and let people just determine what they think about me, and what hopefully I can help as many people as possible. So I mean, that's just, I seem to always like go on this rant just about like what my channel is, where I've came from, where I plan on going, almost every stream it seems. But obviously I'm probably gonna have to many times as we continue to grow. But I just always want to be as upfront with people as possible. I'm not a pro day trader. I'm not a broker. I'm not like some Wolf of Wall Street type dude. Like, no, like I'm here to make money. I'm here to document every single thing that I do to show you guys what has worked for me, what isn't working for me, my failures, my success, just so you guys can learn from me. We can learn from each other in the live streams and the chats and whatnot, in the comment section as well of my videos that I upload. And yeah, I mean, our goal at the end, our entire goal is to make money, and like my goal is not just the money, but just the financial freedom. Like, there's nothing better than being able to just wake up and be like, I don't gotta work today if I don't want to. I'm gonna go wherever. I mean, obviously that's like months or years from now, but just the end goal. Like, I think so many people just don't dream anymore. They think it's impossible, and I'm just on the track to prove that you can. I mean, I don't have no help from mommy and daddy. I mean, the only help that I had was when I was like 7, 8 maxed out credit cards and loans that I couldn't afford, cars I couldn't afford, horrible just situation back in just 2017, had to move back home. That was the only help I got. I mean, I didn't really get I've never had financial help. I've never really gotten any quote-unquote money other than from my high school graduation, pissed it away. So yeah, I mean, I'm just literally documenting every single thing, and hopefully we can all succeed together. That's the whole point at the end of the day. My goal is to make it my full-time job. Yeah, awesome. I would love to start, but I'm going to wait till I have all my schooling for this semester paid off. I want to make sure I'm never short. Yeah, I understand that. I understand that for sure. I mean, I'm like I'm a Dave Ramsey dude. I don't know if you know who Dave Ramsey is, but like, I love a lot of what Dave Ramsey teaches. If it wasn't for me, my aunt and uncle actually went through the Dave Ramsey like financial piece, and so I'd heard about him a little, but if I never like actually went and looked after his information, I'd probably still be in a shit ton of debt today. I might still even been living at home, but yeah, I mean, I paid off now. I'm down to one last credit card. It has about $1,900 left on it. I'm planning on paying it off this year for sure, hopefully a lot sooner, but at the minimum by the end of the year, it's 0%, so I mean, I'm not too like worried about it. Obviously, I want to pay it off as soon as possible. I have a decent little emergency fund, nothing big, but you take that on top of what I'm doing here. If I ever have, heaven forbid I do, but that I have to pull out of that, I mean, I have essentially 2 emergency funds that I'm already building. So, I mean, everything's just done on 180 this last year. It's been nice watching you, man. I'm probably going to come around some other time. I'll tell you how I do. I mean, awesome. Awesome stuff. Hopefully I helped you out a little with those 2 stocks. The first one you had me break down, potentially good day trade. The other one I would probably just stay away from, in all honesty. But let me know how it goes for sure. Like I said, I'm going to be live every single day during market hours, at least in the morning for sure, morning session. But yeah, so awesome. And then Sunday stock watches too. Sunday afternoon, I always do a Sunday stock watch. So yeah, nice talking to you, man, and thanks for subscribing. But yeah, if you guys have any last, dinner's almost ready. I'm probably sure that dinner's already ready. She's probably getting pissed off. But if there's any ticker symbols or anything you all want me to break down really quickly, I'll probably stay on here until 6:45. You can see right here at 6:45 where I am, so about 3 minutes. I'll stay on about 3 minutes longer. See how we're doing anyways on time. I don't even know how long we've been on already. Oh wow, it says this video is unavailable. Hopefully you guys can see me. That's kind of weird. Hopefully you guys can see me alright. It says that 2 of you are watching at least, so I'm guessing you guys can see something. That's weird, that's never happened. Please let me know ASAP if you guys can see me. I hope you guys can. It's kind of hard to focus whenever now I'm kind of freaking out about that. But I guess I might just be talking to nobody if you guys can't see me. Hopefully you guys can. But yeah, pretty much what I'm watching out for. Like I said, with TVIX, I see a potential of 36% possible there. Drip or Gush. I'm thinking Gush out of the two, just because, like I keep saying, I look for oil to continue on up probably to $70. What would that mean for... Let me go back a little further. What would that mean for Gush? Gush could probably get as high as $30, guys, in all honesty. Now, is that going to happen tomorrow? It could, but is it? I doubt it in just one day. I'm looking tomorrow for an exit point probably right around $28.50 in all honesty. I mean, that's almost a $2 jump. Like I said, I want to look for some kind of pullback and another like re-entry. I'd probably re-enter right around $26.75. Just depends, like I said, on where it falls. But say I can sell off for $28.50. That is 6% potential. So, but it really depends because there is a lot of margin here between the SMA and where it's currently at. I mean, it could easily drop, but I'm not really thinking that's going to happen. I look for the SMA to really start to swing back up. Especially as /CL continues on up, approaching $70. I'm starting to get a little worried since it's saying that this video is unavailable. I really hope that you guys can see me alright. Let me know as soon as possible. I really hope so. But, shoot. But, yeah, I mean... Like I said, I can't even tell if you guys can see me or not, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there because it is approaching that 6:45, like I said. So, hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Hopefully you guys did see me here at the end. If you did enjoy this breakdown, if you enjoyed just this overall quick little stream, I say quick, but we've been on for 40 minutes already. If you enjoyed it, can see still. Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks for that. I don't know, maybe my thing's lagging behind a little now. I don't know. I'm freaking out a little, but, thanks again for the support. Can't thank you guys enough. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the stream again and enjoyed the breakdown. I'm so amped to see just how we can do this going forward. This is going to be my first night on the night job. We'll see how it goes. My girlfriend's not liking it too much. Obviously, she wants me to be able to sleep with her at night. But it's only 5 nights a week, right? That's what I have to remind her. But hope you guys did enjoy the stream. If you did, definitely make sure to smash that like button. I appreciate you guys so much. I can't thank you guys again so much for the support. But until next time, guys, keep on going out there, making that money, achieving some financial freedom, making some profits, covering those profits. And I will see you guys in the morning. Thanks again, Joshua. Have a good night, and I will see you guys in the morning. Take it easy, guys.